Poland makes Holocaust denial public policy. U.S. oil production tops 10 million barrels a day for the first time since 1970. The number of homeless in the liberal utopia of Los Angeles has surged by a whopping 75% to a shocking 55,000. And will the Democrats ever learn? My name is Howard Riell, and this is Riell Truth. You're listening to the American Freedom Network, streaming live around the world at AmericanNewsNet.com and on Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr. In the book, Riell Truth, Stay Angry. And, of course, as always, broadcasting out across the Colorado Front Range on KHNC, Johnstown, Colorado, 1360 AM The Lion. Our call-in number, 877-254-7524. Welcome back, my friends. Item from Reuters Dateline, Warsaw, Poland. Polish lawmakers approved a bill on Thursday that would impose jail terms for suggesting Poland was complicit in the Holocaust, drawing concern from the United States and outrage from Israel, which denounced, quote, any attempt to challenge historical truth. Poland's ruling Law and Justice Party says the bill is needed to protect Poland's reputation and ensure historians recognize that Poles as well as Jews perished under the Nazis. Israeli officials said it criminalizes basic historical facts. The Senate voted on the bill in the early hours on Thursday, that's today, and it will now be sent to President Andrzej Duda for signature. We, the Poles, were victims, as were the Jews, Deputy Prime Minister Beata Szydło, senior PIS figure and supporter of the law, said on Wednesday before the vote. It is a duty of every Pole to defend the good name of Poland. Just as the Jews, we were victims. Stop! My friends, we're about to go to commercial, so I'll make it short and sweet. The Poles are lying pigs. Auschwitz, the concentration camp, was in Poland. Poland collaborated with the Nazis long before the Nazis showed up. Poles, for centuries, were committing heinous acts against the Jews. If they want to try and deny their role in the Holocaust, they can, but they're not fooling anyone. They are lying pigs. And whatever justice is coming from God to the countries that perpetrated the Holocaust is going to land square in the middle of Poland. They can lie and pass all the bills they want and criminalize anything they like. The truth doesn't disappear. It is an outrage. Now, as we go forward, as we do every day, we're going to look at some other outrages happening a little bit closer to home. It's Thursday. It's Riell Truth. And yes, we'll be right back.
Are you driving a vehicle with hail damage from summer storm? Tired of getting vehicle repaired? Dent Vision specializes in paintless dent and hail repair. And unlike traditional body shops, Dent Vision gets your vehicle back to you in days, not weeks. Insurance approved, top quality repairs with lifetime warranty. Call today for your immediate appointment, 970-541-0679. That's 970-541-0679, or look us up at dentvisionpo.com.
Great Plains Power has been providing reliable electrical power systems in the Rocky Mountain area since 1992. Our systems rely on the sun to help make you self-reliant for your power needs. Solar energy can be scaled to fit any situation, from complete power independence to backup power for the short term. Our expertise focuses on standalone power, but we have extensive experience with utility interactive systems as well. Custom-tailored capabilities, modest and emergency lighting, all the way to commercial-scale power. Great Plains Power is a full-service company. We service everything we sell. We provide and design turnkey packages, custom-designed system, and parts for do-it-yourself. With more than 20 years of specialized experience at your disposal, let us know what your power concerns or goals are. Reach us by phone or the internet. Call 303-239-9963. That's 303-239-9963. Or go to GreatPlainsSolar.com.
All right, guys, welcome back to the February 1st, 2018 edition of Riell Truth. Let's talk about that liberal utopia known as Los Angeles, the city of angels. Item from Reuters. 2 students were shot and a person arrested after a Thursday morning shooting in a middle school near downtown Los Angeles, police and local media said. 1 person taken into custody. My friends, I can't believe that this news item is true. I mean, schools in Los Angeles are gun-free zones. So obviously no one was going to bring a gun to school, right? What, you're still not convinced that Los Angeles is heaven on earth because it's ruled by liberals? Well, here's a little bit more evidence from the LA Times. The number of those living on the streets and in shelters in the city of Los Angeles and most of the county surged 75% to roughly 55,000 in the last 6 years. Unquote. My friends, this news item also must not be true because we know that liberal policies bring about economic utopia, right? Los Angeles is one of the bluest cities on earth, so things must be going swimmingly, right? Now, if you're going to tell me no, if you're going to say to me the liberal policies bring economic destruction, all I can say is you're right. Earlier today, just about an hour ago, President Trump addressed GOP lawmakers at a special retreat. I'm going to go through this because I listened to it in its entirety, and it's brilliant. Here, from just about an hour ago, is President Trump.
Thank you, Paul and Rich, for the introduction and for your tremendous
My friends, it was a year unlike any, an especially good year for the American people. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to a commercial. We're going to come back. We're going to have some more news. We're going to listen to this incredible speech from the president because in it he lays out exactly not all, but most of the major accomplishments of the past year. They are truly stunning. And because they're so stunning, I'm going to post this on my Facebook page, Riell Truth Radio, so you can watch it yourself and share it with everybody you know, including Democrats. I continue to believe that anybody can learn, even Democrats. We'll take a break and we'll be back.
And of his fullness we have all received, and grace for grace. For the law was given through Moses, but grace and truth came through Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. No one has seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, who is in the bosom of the Father, he has declared him. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 16.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution.
Elizabeth Locker Plan reminds our listeners that the drug problem is well documented. We know our kids will be approached at early age. We want to applaud the youngsters in our community who have had the strength to say no to drugs. They provide examples to their peers and families to be the best they can be. As from Elizabeth Locker Plant, located at 366 Grass Street in Elizabeth, serving our area 1943 and specializing in naturalized HB and complete custom process. Call 303-688-2240. That's 303-688-2240. Piccolo's restaurant in Denver reminds us that over 750,000 children were reported missing last year. Over 58,000 of these were abducted by non-family members. Keep an eye out for youngsters at play. If you see anything suspicious, contact the authorities immediately. This message from Piccolo's restaurant in Denver. It's not only the best Italian and Mexican cuisine, it's the people who care. Give them a call at 303-757-5166. 303-757-5166. Piccolo.
Item from the Wall Street Journal: U.S. oil production surpassed 10 million barrels a day in November for the first time in nearly 50 years. A milestone that underscores the growing dominance of the U.S. oil industry. While global oil exporters once dismissed shale as a flash in the pan, the industry has emerged more efficient than ever from a 3-year oil price rout and is poised to take advantage of prices that are at their highest levels since late 2014. In November, production rose to 10.038 million barrels a day, 4% more than the previous month, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration. That's just shy of the monthly record of 10.044 million barrels a day in November of 1970. So my friends, join me, please, because it's well-deserved. Join me in saying thank you, President Trump. And speaking of the president, let's go back to him.
It was a tremendous success, and I give everybody in this room credit for the good circle of these people.
My friends, you remember Barack Obama? Yeah, he used to be president. You remember him talking about shovel-ready jobs? Do you remember when those shovel-ready jobs actually came into being? If you don't remember, don't worry, there's nothing wrong with your memory because they never did. He was all talk. We'll take a break and we'll be back, my friends. Riell Truth continues.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Phillips, founder of the Green Earth.
How many times have you gone into a health food store and are confused as to the many different brands and prices of the same herbal supplements? You want to buy the cheapest, but you're afraid that quality is less, so you buy the most expensive. Truth is, the cheapest may be better. Green Herb herbal supplements are all manufactured in our Wheat Ridge, Colorado plant at 4565 Kipling Street using the highest quality herbs that we source from all over the world. Our 150 different herbal supplements are the most potent and safest in America. Our guarantee is your money back, no time limit. Just return the bottle empty or full, no questions asked. So when you come to our new location, look for our new name, New Genesis Health, or call us at 888-765-HERB. That's 888-765-4372.
Beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirit, whether they are of God, because many false prophets have gone into the world. By this you will know the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesses that Yeshua, Jesus, has come in the flesh is of God, and every spirit that does not confess that Yeshua, Jesus, has come in the flesh is not of God. And this is the spirit of the Antichrist, which you have already heard is coming, and is now already in the world. 1 John 4:1.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just power from the consent of the governed. This is the American News Network.
Chapel in Collinsville salutes our emergency first responders for their professionalism, commitment, and bravery. They're willing to put their lives on the line for us with little or no thanks. So let's all take the time to thank our first responders for all they do for us. Also thanking our veterans for the sacrifice they made for our freedom. This message is from Chapel in Collins, LLC, the two locations in Denver and Fort Collins, serving the community for over 13 years. Visit them online at chapelcollins.com.
If catastrophe struck, will your family be prepared? Are you confident you couldn't react in a panic? Is there one place to get all of your emergency supplies? Ferris Survival encourages you to have confidence through preparation, not panic through crisis. Ferris Survival, located at 3366 South Broadway, is a professional, reputable, full-service business providing quality, realistic preparedness supplies at an affordable price. Go online, stop by, or call 303-781-0343. Ferris Survival.
My friends, welcome back to Riell Truth. I am Howard Riell. You remember earlier in the show I said that the politicians in Poland were lying pigs? Well, they're not the only ones. Here's an item from the Daily Mail. A Morning Joe interview with Fire and Fury author Michael Wolff on Thursday, that's today, abruptly ended after he dodged questions about his insinuation that President Donald Trump is cheating on the First Lady with UN Ambassador Nikki Haley. Co-host Mika Brzezinski delivered the writer's long-awaited public spanking on MSNBC. Wolff quickly rushed to Twitter in damage control mode. You might be having a fun time playing a little game dancing around this, but you're slurring a woman, Brzezinski told Wolff before cutting him off and going to a commercial break. Quote, "It's disgraceful." Wolff said Wednesday in an interview in the website The Skim that Haley, quote, seems to have embraced the rumor by denying it publicly. The author insisted Thursday that he, quote, didn't go after Haley and, quote, "I found it puzzling she would deny something she was not accused of. Certainly I didn't accuse her of this. What I inferred," he said, "is that many people around the president believe he's still involved with various women. inferring Trump's infidelity means Wolf was drawing a conclusion based on evidence, but he hasn't said what that evidence consisted of. Brzezinski chopped his head off then and there, unquote. This guy Michael Wolf, according to everyone I've heard, is a liar. While we're at it, Mika Brzezinski and her boyfriend Morning Joe are also liars. Birds of a feather, eh? Let's go back to President Trump speaking about an hour and a half ago to GOP lawmakers. Go.
Best way to do it. In Wisconsin,
My friends, I have a great idea. Why don't the good people of the great state of Colorado elect more Republicans? You look at all the fantastic things that the Trump administration, that the Republicans have done for America in 2017, last year, into 2018. All the great ways you got more money in your pocket, you got better health care, you got a stronger border, and on and on and on. You want it to continue? Okay. Wean yourself off of this addictive drug, this destructive, killing drug called voting for Democrats. Democrats don't care about you, and they don't know how to continue to make things better in this country. They only know how to tax and spend. And that brought America almost to the brink of death. So wean yourselves off of voting for Democrats before it's too late. We'll take a break, and we'll come back more with the president from early this morning. This is Riell Truth.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. He was in the world, and the world was made through him, and the world did not know him. He came to his own, and his own did not receive him. But as many as received him, to them he gave the right to become children of God, to those who believe in his name, who were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 10 through 13. The American Freedom Network is not funded or supported by special interest groups or government programs. The American Freedom Network is not sponsored by advertisers demanding content or programming control. The American Freedom Network is solely funded by you, the listener. Please help keep the American Freedom Network on the air by purchasing one of our sponsors' fine products or by calling 1-800-205-6245 to make a donation. The American Freedom Network needs your help. American Window Tinting Incorporated in Franktown reminds parents, keep an eye on your child while up top. Children tend to stray or become lost. This poses an opportunity for a would-be abductor. Please make every effort to keep track of your little ones at all times. If you have information regarding a lost child, call local authorities at once. This message is from American Window Tinting Incorporated in Franktown. For residential or commercial window tinting, call 303-263-4228.
My friends, I was talking about the Democrat liberal utopia of California. Leave out this item from the Sacramento Bee. California's swelling budget reserves are approaching a point where the state, by law, can't save any more money. But don't expect a tax rebate. The state is quickly filling up its so-called rainy day fund, the budget stabilization account voters created in 2014 when they passed an initiative that forced lawmakers to save money in flush years. Governor Jerry Brown's budget proposal put the state on pace to fill it with $13.5 billion by July 1, 2019. But the milestone could come even sooner. By law, the fund can only hold 10% of the state's projected general fund revenue as a hedge against the cuts that would come in a recession, and the additional revenue has to be spent on infrastructure. If the revenue keeps pouring in, legislative analyst Mac Taylor told senators early this month, they'll have a lot of options. The money, quote, will be there for you to do whatever you want to do with, build reserves, tax cut, whatever you want to do, unquote. My friends, if you're listening to me from California, do not, repeat, do not hold your breath waiting for a tax cut. Not while there's an illegal spotted owl out there somewhere that isn't being waited on hand and foot. Let's go back to President Trump from earlier today.
We have to be willing to move in order
They do want to use it as an election issue, Mr. President. You're right. They also don't want to support it because they don't like America. They despise America. They despise American ideals and values. They benefit from what's bad for America. As Exhibit A, I offer 8 years of the Obama administration. As Exhibit B, I offer all the Democrats who refuse to so much as applaud or smile during the State of the Union speech when Trump was giving a litany of all the fantastic things that are happening for Americans, all the ways Americans are benefiting. Democrats looked like they were sitting in a public toilet at a funeral. Believe me, that's where they belong. We'll take a break and we'll wrap it up for the week, my friends. Riell Truth concludes in a moment.
Article 4. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall be issued but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the places to be searched and the persons or things to be seized.
The Lord brings the counsel of the nations to nothing. He makes the plans of the people of no attachment. The counsel of the Lord stands forever, the plans of his heart to all generations. Blessed is the nation, whose God is the Lord. The people he has chosen as his own inheritance. Psalm 33, verses 10 through 12.
Chaplain Collins LLC salutes our emergency first responders for their professionalism, commitment, and bravery. They're willing to put their lives on the line for us with little or no thanks. So let's all take the time to thank our first responders for all they do for us. Also thanking our veterans for the sacrifice they made for our freedom. This message is from Chaplain Collins LLC, with 2 locations in Denver and Fort Collins, serving the community for over 13 years. Visit them online at chapelcollins.com.
Piccolo's restaurant in Denver reminds us that over 750,000 children were reported missing last year. Over 58,000 of these were abducted by non-family members. Keep an eye out for youngsters at play, and if you see anything suspicious, contact the authorities immediately. This message from Piccolo's restaurant in Denver is not only the best Italian and Mexican cuisine, it's the people who care. Give them a call at 303-757-5166. 303-757-5166. Piccolo.
Item from Maureen Callahan at the New York Post. Meet the Democratic stars of 2020. A Clinton and a Kennedy. Yes, the party of the people, the poor, the disenfranchised, the overworked and underpaid, the allies of Black Lives Matter and the hashtag #MeToo, has 2 of its most entitled dynastic figures front and center. Will they never learn? Representative Joe Kennedy, Democrat, Massachusetts, a rising star in the Democratic Party, was tapped to respond to President Trump's first State of the Union address, an opportunity riddled with perils and potential. State of the Union response can be a make-or-break opportunity for a young, ambitious politician. Although the State of the Union addresses are typically too slow-moving for many Americans, they remain one of the most watched political events of the year, and the response to the State of the Union is the minority party's opportunity to provide an alternative vision for the future of the country. What we learned in Kennedy's State of the Union response last night is that Democrats don't appear to have a vision for America. or even a coherent policy proposal to offer. Plenty of charisma, sure, but nothing of substance. My friends, liberals tend to look for idols to worship. Clinton, Obama, Kennedy. This latest Kennedy looks to be a schnook. Why is he on television? Why was he elected in Massachusetts? Only because his last name is a Kennedy. Now, if you want to vote for someone simply because they've got the right last name, I guess you can, but then you're a dummy. Item from CBC. The Senate has passed a bill that renders the national anthem gender neutral on Wednesday. By the way, this is the Canadian Broadcasting Company. Senate passed a bill that renders the national anthem gender neutral, despite the entrenched opposition of some conservative senators. The House of Commons overwhelmingly passed a private member's bill in 2016 that would alter the national anthem by replacing, quote, "in all thy sons command," unquote, with "in all of us command," unquote, as part of a push to strike gendered language from "O Canada." The bill was first introduced by Liberal Parliament member Riell Truth, who died in 2016. It must now receive royal assent by the Governor General before it officially becomes law, unquote. From InfoWars, a group of German women have launched a campaign called #120DB to lend a voice to women who've been physically or sexually attacked as a result of mass migration policies. The group calls itself 120DB for 120 decibels. That's the frequency of rape alarms. It launched a video this week in which several members list the names of recent victims of violence committed by asylum seekers. Unquote. Migration policies. People from South and Central America, people from the Arab Middle East are, let's see, I'm going to try and be as diplomatic as I can. They are a cancer in Europe and the United States, and cancer needs to be treated, and it needs to be prevented, and it needs to be cut out. Now, we're going to cut the cancer out, or it's going to kill us. We see what it's doing in Europe, so let's decide now to have some preventive medicine, cut out the cancer, and have a long and successful life here in America. Nothing less than that is at stake, my friends. The future of America, for yourselves, for your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. It's riding on us, and we need to do the right thing. I'll be back on Monday with more Riell Truth, my friends. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, stay angry.